Hello everybody, welcome to me playing GTA on GTA 5M Cursed Roleplay. Here I am. What? Yo, they put me down in the grove! They brought me. What is that cut? What is that cut? Nah, nah. I'm not playing with that. I'm not doing that cut, bro. I'm not playing with that cut right there. Alright, let's try. That haircut, that cut is not doing it for me, bro. Hairstyle, nah. We gotta get a better hairstyle, bro. Stop flipping around, bro. I wanna see an up above shot, bro. No, I don't wanna see a shoe shot. I wanna see a headshot. Yeah, a headshot. That's a lot better. We need to actually fire cut, bro. Because my man's not gonna be a gang. My man's a regular ass white dude. He cannot be dressing like this, bro. Come on. Heck yeah. Yo, that's fantastic. Get a little thinner. Gotta up the nose a little. Yo, yes sir, yes sir. We gotta get that. We gotta get that chunkular chin, bro. Wow, what is that, bro? Thick neck, bro. Yo, my man is a country dude. My man is from the country. Beard? Yeah, we want a beard. We want some eyebrows. You want some eyebrows? We don't need a beard. Look at this guy on my face, bro. I gotta change it back to face cam. Get back to face cam. Perfect. Right, clothes. I'm gonna say we're good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My man actually looks respectable. What? Yo! Oh, wait, that's not my money. I need a house. I like this house right here. Can I? No, I can't. My man looks he actually looks kind of good. He actually looks kind of good. Alright, so we need a car. I'm avoiding that. I don't want to get in a gunfight. Oop! Yeah! Up we go. Yo! This map looks real nice. How do I buy a house? Do I still have my phone? No, I don't have my phone. I have no phone. Oh, my ass! Alright, bro. Oh! I don't want that to happen again. Let's go! Bicycle time, baby! Bicycle time, baby! Yeah, it's bicycle time, baby. It's time to get on a bike. Oh! Come on, man. Freaking idiot. What? You have to pay? Yo. Alright, I guess we spawn at the Grove. Oh, I do have $1 million. Let me get the frick out of here. I'm gonna get the frick out of here, bro. Come on. Come on, bike it up, bike it up, bike it up, bike it up. Bike that up. We gotta go through Little Wayne. Gotta go down this way. In the entire area that I can't frickin' see shit in. I can't see shit in here. I'm in someone's garage. I'm in a garage right now. Yeah. Real good. Real good, guys. Real good. I can't see stuff. Yes, sir. Allow. Oh, my guy can pull out his phone like that. Oh. There we go. Oh yeah, we gotta back up, man. Heck yeah, we're moving. We're real chugging. We're really chugging, guys. We're really chugging. We're really chugging, guys. We're really chugging. I'm really chugging, guys. I'm really chugging it. I'm really chugging it. Oh, that's a block right there. I can't see shit right now. Alright. Alright guys, I gotta look this up because this is a weird error right here. You're like, what the heck is this? Like, this is super goofy right now. Close that up. And close the extra windows. Alright, so I'm going to change my stuff back to normal mode, because I guess it doesn't work without it all being at normal, which I don't really care about. I'm not that. Normal, 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 normal. I'm going to turn this up to X8. Alright, I didn't ask for you to do the pizza. That was Tristan. Bruh. Fuck my head. Come on. If you guys like to join, my Discord is down there, and I'm playing on Curse RP. Which, bro, there's no need for you to transition to another build like 5 times, bro. I'm gonna turn on my display capture. Let's go. Let's go. We got it working, guys.
I made pizza for you.
Alright, guys. It's time to join Cursed RP and have it work good. Because my textures weren't loading properly. I'll turn that down a little for you guys. I'll turn that down even more. Alright guys, we're back in. Yo, it's loading up again. Nice. What? I don't know what PSYOP means, bro. You know what, I gotta change the text now. Only on District RP, guys. I'm gonna turn back on the display capture, guys, so you guys can see what I'm looking at. This is gonna take a while. I'm gonna wait back a bit, and when it's ready, I'll hop back on and get to play. The game's loading up. Now I saw some guy getting freaking shot, bro. It's like, bam, 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 bam. My man got blown away, bruh. My man's getting shot up, bruh. Yo! That line is sweet, bruh. Like the Hulk Hogan grill. You got your food, brother. I think I'm gonna be... I have two options of what I want to be in this game. Either a terrorist or a gun for hire. I think gun for hire is gonna be a lot better and a lot easier on the mods. What? Yo! Bruh! There's no need for you to update the server, bruh. You are annoying, bruh. They went, whoo. As soon as I got on, they're like, oh, we're gonna update the server. I'm about to freaking die right now. Bro. Bruh. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. I just want to play District RP, man. Let's go. It's back online, guys. They just simply had to restart the server, you know? They just simply had to restart, you know? You know, what do you feel? Oh. Move out of the way, bro. Alright, guys, if this one doesn't work, we're gonna end it on. We're gonna switch to GTA 5. Regular GTA 5. There we go. Bro, did they see the little kid YouTube Shorts word? Huh? Please, please work this time. Please, 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 bro. Oh, oh, we're dropping out, guys. Ooh, this is not working good. We're almost back in the. We're in the yellow. We're in the yellow. We're almost back in the green. We're almost back in the green. Yeah, we're back in the green. We're back in the green. We're back in the green, guys. We're back in the green. And we're in the game. Let's go. F8. Sir. Let's go. Create it. Gary. Gary Powers. Nationality. American. I'm from America. 14, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's be born in 1, 2, 3, 4, guys. We're born in 1, 2. The DPH building, guys. Let's go. Mr. Gary was born in 1, 2, 3, 4, bruh. Confirm. Alright, guys. Yes! Let's freaking go! Yes! Yes! My house. You have left the green zone. You have entered the green zone. You have left the green zone. You have entered the green zone. You have left the green zone. You have entered the green zone. What the heck is even a green zone? And why the heck am I even in one? Let's go. I'm finally here, bro. Alright, bro. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Alright, guys. Yes! Yes, bro! Yes! This house is so swiggity. This house is so fantastic. This house is so woohoo! You know? This house is so yippee! Let's go, man. I am Michael. I am Michael. Oh, wait, we can change the face. Well, first we need the face cam. Oh, he looks so sad. He looks so sad. Aw. My man looks pretty disappointed in his life. My man looks like he's ready to, keel over and die. There you go, my man's looking pretty nice. I get non-opaque eyebrows. We gotta get a good style of eyebrow. We gotta have them have thick ones. Well, where are the real thick ones? Real thick, bushy ones. Those ones look fine. Chest hair? Heck yeah, we need chest hair. Clothes. Chains. Zero. Anything? Check. Change the shirt. I think I'm gonna leave my man like that. I am gonna give him a hat. Military hat. Yo, that's fire. Glasses. We need some shades, bro. We need some beautiful shades. We need an earpiece. Heck yeah, we need an earpiece. Watches. We need to change the camera so it's full body view. Heck yeah, we need a watch. Let's go. My man looks. Oh, that's unfortunate. I couldn't see the depth on the nose, bro. So now he looks like frickin' Vladimir Putin. He looks like young Vladimir Putin with the bird beak and the and a pilot's hat. Not the right room. There's the exit. Now I can go to the elevator and I can exit to the lobby. Get in the driver's seat actually. Come on, drive the car, bro. Oh, H would be a hot wire. Alright, that sucks.
You can take a shower. It's time.
Okie dokie.
Take it with you and go get a shower. I'm not kidding,
Okay.
Aaron. You say okay and you don't do anything.
Yep. I mean, squatting like that. I just have him squatting like that the whole time, bro. 1111. Enable face unlock. Cool. It's a freaking iPhone, dude. Boing. Beep. Oh. What the heck is going on right now?
This is what I'm talking about. Clean out that pocket.
Okay. I gotta go get a car. Yo, I get my car now. Car, all fixed up. Alright, I'm gonna scroll down a little further. Contact. Bro. Let's send it, man. Can I buy a car for $1? My man is getting sturdy with it though. He is things rock solid right now. It's $69. Yo, I have more than $65. That's crazy. Alright, we gotta make a video, guys. We gotta call up. Nah, I'm gonna make a video in here, right? I'm gonna go on this, and I'm gonna share a video, man. Alright, I gotta run. I'm gonna get that sweetie. Why does my man run like that? Well, half of my man is sprinting, and half of my man is just standing still. You need to stop, sir. Sir, you need to quit. Sir. Sir, get back here, sir. Sir, I need your car, sir. Yo, I have my own car? Yo, that's crazy. I didn't realize that. Alright, guys, we are going to sign up. Gary PP12. No, I'm getting away from this devious ass man with these long ass shoes, bro. Alright, actually, gotta go. Gary, cool 4516. I'm gonna go with a 4-1 password. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right now, I can make a video, bro. But no, no, this external is blacklisted, bro. I just want to make a video, guys. I just want to post a free video, guys. You know, I just want to get my car, bro. Like, honestly, that's all I want to do. All right, let's try Birdie then. See if I can put a thing on Birdie. See if I can talk. See if I can get myself out there.
You're not in the shower. Come help me.
Guys, it turns out that this stuff is succular, so we will start up good old classic GTA 5 modded. Alright guys, it's time. If we're gonna do that, let me just plug in my video capture device so we can watch some sick videos while we have a sick time. Heck yeah, guys. So I'm gonna watch about the history of freaking Tomogachi, guys. History of freaking Tomogachi. Tomogachi, bro. It's time for the history of freaking Tomogachi. So we gotta get that Tomogachi, guys. We gotta get that Tomogachi action. We get that Tomogachi action, you know? Tomogachi. Tomogachi, bro. Gotta get that Tomogachi. What the frick, bro? What the frick? Is this plugged in all the way? Plugged in all the way. Deactivate. Reactivate. Custom. Booyah. What am I saying? 1920 by 1080. Perfect. Highest FPS. Okie dokie, guys. We got the super sexy little video going on down here. I'm gonna move this up to there so I can set this up down there. On this a little bit, and boom. Now y'all can enjoy it.
On a nearly 2-inch tall plastic egg with a keychain. This is the Tamagotchi standard. If you take good care of your Tamagotchi, it will eventually evolve into different forms. And that's generally long-term motivation for taking care of a Tamagotchi. It's out of curiosity to see what it can evolve into. The Tamagotchi Generation 1 is super simple. It isn't very intrusive, but because it's so basic, the tedium will eventually start to set in. About 4 months after the first generation came the second. And it is almost identical to the first. It features a different game as well as a new background. The Gen 1 has a checkerboard pattern, while Gen 2 has a ripple pattern. Now, because the first two generations of Tamagotchi are so similar, they get lumped together as the Tamagotchi Originals. One of the best things about the Tamagotchi Originals is that they are some of the most accessible Tamas out there. And that's because they started making reproductions of them in 2018 that are still being made now. You can just go on Amazon and buy one for like $20 and you have the freedom to pick whatever shell appeals to your preferred aesthetic stylings. Okay, so wouldn't it be absolutely sick if they made, I don't know, a Godzilla Tamagotchi? That would be cool. Well, they didn't do that, but they did make a Tamagotchi out of Mothra, the giant moth that Godzilla fights sometimes. The reason because this Tamagotchi was made to promote the new Mothra movie that was coming. There's hope because you have a chance for your Mothra Tamagotchi to evolve into Godzilla. So yeah, Godzilla Tamagotchi confirmed. Before I can talk about the next one, I have to give a bit more context. The final stage of Tamagotchi's life cycle, much like ours, is death. I've already established that the main gameplay loop, quote-unquote, is to keep your Tama happy and healthy, but failing to do so results in your Tamagotchi's untimely demise. If any of you out there have owned a Tamagotchi, you're almost certainly familiar with the death screen. It is extremely iconic, and it's such a perfect summary of the mortality of these toys, and so they took that idea and they ran with it. In August 1997, there was a new Tamagotchi released called the Angel Gotch. You start off with a dead Tamagotchi, and you take care of their ghostly spirit. That's like the equivalent of booting up a game of Super Mario and then just being greeted with a game over screen. Now, here's something that I thought was interesting. The box for the Tamagotchi Angel claims it has a touchscreen. It does not. That is just factually untrue. What they're trying to say is that it has a motion sensor that can detect vibrations when you tap it with your finger. It isn't very exciting. They didn't get much of that feature. As far as I know, the only time that sensor is ever used is when you feed your Angel. Occasionally, a bat will start flying around, and you have to tap the device to get it to go away. But the sensor is on the bat. It actually doesn't work as well if you tap the screen. Why did they market it like it has a touchscreen when that is objectively not what a touchscreen is? Aside from the differences in lore, the motion sensor, and some minor differences, the Angel Gotch is pretty similar to the Tamagotchi originals. I think pretty groundbreaking. Okay, so similarly to how the Mothra Tamagotchi existed to promote a movie, they did another promotion. They did another promotional Tama for Peking Man, which is a science fiction movie about extracting DNA from a caveman fossil and bringing him back to life. So it's like a caveman in modern times type movie. It's not rated very well on IMDb. So to promote that movie, in November 1997, they made a caveman-themed Tamagotchi. They called it the Genjinch Genjinch. This Tamagotchi is incredibly realistic. You go from a puddle of DNA to a monkey to a man, and then directly to skeleton. Now, the funniest thing about the Genjinch is that it's one of very few Tamagotchi that can de-evolve. This is a Tamagotchi where a human can return to monkey. That's all I'm saying. Okay, moving on. In December 1997, we have Osuchi and Mesuji, which is like a boy Tamagotchi and a girl Tamagotchi. They were sold as 2 separate units, and once both Tamas were adults, they could link together and get married and have a baby. The idea was that a couple could both have one and take care of them simultaneously, and that's super cute. Osuchi and Mesuji also had a Game Boy version with a weird cartridge because the cartridge has a replaceable battery and a built-in beeper. So even when the Game Boy was off, the cartridge could beep like a Tamagotchi to let you know when it needs attention. It has a physical switch on the cartridge so you can disable the sounds if you need to. I imported it from Japan so that I could record it beeping because there was no footage of that on YouTube. But I think coincidentally my cartridge's beeper doesn't seem to work, or if it does work, I couldn't figure out how to make it do the thing it's supposed to do. So I don't know. I already replaced the batteries. Like the game plays fine and it saves data, but it just doesn't want to beep. So I don't know. Moving on. In February 1998, they introduced the Tamagotchi Garden, where you raise a bug creature. This Tama has a really interesting sense of scale. Like they go out of their way to illustrate to you how tiny the creature you're raising is. When you leave it alone for about 10 seconds, it switches to a screensaver sort of view where you can see a wide shot of your tiny Tama represented by a dot between 2 trees. The Tamagotchi Garden also introduced the concept of predators. Your Tama can feel threatened by a stompy human foot or a frog's big long tongue, and you have to intervene so that the predator will go away and your Tama will remain alive. The predator versus prey element feels like such a natural fit for Tamagotchi. I think it's a great idea, and they actually did end up exploring it further. A month after the Tamagotchi Garden, they released the Tamagotchi Ocean, in which you raise a sea creature, and if you're lucky, it'll evolve into a mermaid. This unit has the motion sensor feature that the Tamagotchi Angel had, so occasionally a polar bear will try to eat your Tama because polar bears eat fish, and you have to tap on the device to make it go away. Tamagotchi is really flexing the potential that the virtual pet concept has at this point, but they're not beyond doing weird promotional Tamas either. In April 1998, they released the Tamauchi, which is a limited edition Tama based on a Japanese actor named Tamao Nakamura. You raise your Tama to be a movie star, and if you're successful, you have a chance of raising the Tama to actually become Tamao. This one is really funny to me. It's really funny because this is the perfect example of a growth chart that is just so cracked and busted. You can go from an alien blob to the sun to a nose and eventually end up as a human woman. In May 1998, they released a counterpart to the Tamagotchi Angel called the Tamagotchi Devil, later renamed to the Tamagotchi Monster. It's essentially the same as a Tamagotchi Angel, except your Tama is a naughty little prankster. They'll throw a pie at you or beep when nothing is wrong. It won't let you clean up poop sometimes. It'll fall asleep in the middle of the day. I love this idea. Just making a stupidly chaotic Tamagotchi. In August 1998, we have another promotional Tamagotchi based on the anime and manga series Doraemon. Doraemon is one of the most ubiquitous.
I am Michael.
Where like everyone knows Garfield here in the States, even if you don't read comics, like everyone just likes Garfield.
It's Mike time, baby.
I've never actually consumed any of the content, so I watched some episodes of the show for this video. In short, the premise is you have this 10-year-old kid, and his future descendants send this sci-fi robot cat back in time to give him and his family a better life. Every episode follows the same pattern. The kid has a problem, Doraemon creates some sort of gadget to solve said problem, but the kid gets greedy, and then it goes badly, and then the kid learns a lesson. It's essentially Fairly Odd Parents, but from the 70s and not terrible. Anyway, so yeah, they made a Doraemon Tamagotchi. Doraemon had a lot of handheld LCD games that released, but Doraemon Tamagotchi just made.
Come on.
It has a functional bell on the bottom of it, which I thought was funny.
Yeah.
Hey, is that a Doraemon?
Michael in the house time.
I knew what Doraemon was, and now I'm at the end of it, and I'm a genuine fan of Doraemon, so this Tamagotchi made me watch an anime, and I ended up liking it. That's the power that Tamagotchi has over me. In September 1998, they released the Yasashi Tamagotchi, which was intended to be
Heck yeah. No! No!
Each icon is an individual button that you can press, so you have a dedicated food button, a dedicated toilet button, etc. It didn't sell very well, and it's one of the rarest Tamagotchi to ever exist. Are any of you familiar with the legendary character of Western mythology called Santa Claus? In November 1998, Tamagotchi did the Santa, and they called it the Santa. Yep, that's right, they called it the Santa Clouch. Yep. So you start off with a guy, and the goal is to get him to be more like
What?
Santa.
No, Michael! Oh, Michael! Michael, no!
Like a standard Tamagotchi would, you give Santa different items that you get from games to transform him. So he starts out wearing pretty much nothing, and then you give him yarn so he can make a hat. You give him cloth so he can have his iconic clothes. And then finally you give him a chisel, and then he will have his sleigh. I guess the implication is that he chisels the sleigh out of wood. I don't know. Instead of Rudolph, Santa's companion is Red Nose Chi. Nope, no Rudolph here, bucko. We only got Red Nose Chi. But yeah, overall, the Santa Claus is very cool. I love this one. I would get one for myself if it weren't for the ridiculous prices that this thing goes for. Oh my god. It looks like the only way I'm going to be able to get one is if I write Santa a letter. Okay, so at this point, we've talked about every mainline Tamagotchi product from the vintage generation. But of course, outside of mainline, there were the accessories as well, with the design philosophy entirely consisting of an office worker looking at the items on their desk and making a Tamagotchi out of it. The Tamagotchi,
Yeah, baby!
Tamagotchi phone, Tamagotchi pedometer. These are all real. But yeah, that was it for the vintage generation. There were so many cool ideas being thrown around, but all that variety was quickly followed.
Oh yeah! Michael, pull the string, Mike. Pull the string, Michael. Heck yeah, swooping down. Oh, wrong roof. Come on, man, wrong roof. Alright, we gotta Michael, bruh. Michael. Come on, Michael. You're not being serious right now. You just lost your freaking bike. Alright, Michael. I'm gonna see if the RR is available. Heck yeah, we got the RR. Yo, that was actually clean. That was actually clean, guys. That was actually clean.
In 1999, Tamagotchi went on hiatus. There was just no new Tamagotchi stuff in the
That was actually clean right there. Yeah! Oh! Yeah! Watch out for children, cause I'm crazy! Yeah, baby! Watch out for children! Oh gosh. That was a hard one right there.
I'm sure I wasn't the only one that thought so. Tamagotchi would be very lucrative. It was the the household name again. In Japan, they did an extra marketing push when the Tamagotchi connection was new, where they would put a giant Tamagotchi as a kiosk item in certain stores and restaurants. Called the Tamagotchi. It had a huge heart-shaped infrared port on the top, and when you connected it with your own Tamagotchi, it would give you unique items and money.
Come on, Michael. Come on, Michael. It's time for you to bomb. Michael! Michael! You're a baby! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh no! That's problematic right there.
I mean, mobile game is like a flip phone game. Smartphones didn't exist yet. You can connect your Tamagotchi to the flip phone using infrared.
Yeah!
Really cool idea. About 7 months later, they released another version of the K-Plus called the K-Plus Akai, which just means K-Plus Red, with more content and featuring a red LCD. And that red LCD is so sick.
What? Michael! Michael time! Heck yeah! Oh yeah, baby! Yeah, baby! Oh, parachute, parachute, parachute! Yeah.
All kinds of skits with different costumes and sets, all that jazz. It's not my style personally, but it was popular enough at the time that it got some tie-in video games for the Wii and Nintendo DS, and apparently not one, but 2 tie-in Tamagotchi.
Oh no, he died. That was problematic.
And aimed to be more of a fashion accessory than anything. It's actually the smallest Tama ever made. The screen resolution is half that of the original Tamagotchi. So yeah, it's not meant to capture the full Tamagotchi experience. It's just kind of meant to look cool. In July 2005, Tamagotchi Connection version 2 dropped. It introduces a shop where you can use in-game currency to buy items, and the ability for more games to be unlocked as your Tama gets older. It also introduces treats, which is a third food item alongside meal and snack. That's about it as far as major differences go. Remember earlier when I talked about the Deca Tamagotchi, you know, the really big one that was in stores and stuff, and how it was released alongside the original Tamagotchi Connection? Well, they did another one to promote the Connection V2, but this time you can take it home with you. It's called the Home Deca Tamagotchi, and basically it's just like a really big Tamagotchi that you can have at home. But the actual game is played a bit differently. You play as this little homie right here, and your goal is to upgrade your house with money that you earn by playing games. And only once your house is upgraded enough can you adopt a pet that you raise like a Tamagotchi. It's pretty cool to see like direct representation of the player in Tamagotchi. Like usually it's just the pet and that's it, but the Home Deca has like a protagonist, which is fascinating. In November 2005, they released the Chojinse Enjoy Tamagotchi Plus, known as the N-Tama for short. The whole gimmick of this one is that they try to make it realistic in a way. You have like a point system where you can raise different personality traits consisting of intelligence, style, and kindness, and which one you focus on will send your Tama down a different predetermined path for what they will grow into. You send your Tama through preschool, and then school, and then you graduate, and you have to send off for a job interview, which can be rejected, and you have to try again. Yeah, realistic Tamagotchi, no kidding. This is also one of the only instances where Bandai had to address complaints that the N-Tama was too difficult, so it received a re-release called the CYOI change to make the game easier. So this Tamagotchi was so difficult that they basically nerfed it with a re-release. The Tamagotchi was too powerful. In February 2006, they released the Tamagotchi Connection version 3, which introduced the ability to connect to the tie-in website tamatown.com. When you play games on the website, you can earn passcodes that you enter into. But this time, it was
Michael's an idiot, bro.
Shut down, and the tamatown.com domain was dropped at some point after that. Fans picked it up and
Just scout ski,
the
baby.
Tamatown game has been mostly preserved and remains playable thanks to the dedicated Tamagotchi fan base. Also, the V3 removed the treat option they added in version 2. I don't know why they did that. Maybe they felt it was redundant, but then why they added it in the first place, I don't know. Whatever. The treat is gone now.
Oh, heck yeah, baby.
An accessory for the N-Tama called the Shoyari Enjoy.
Wait, get closer, man. Gotta get closer. We gotta get closer.
A ton of extremely helpful information, but we are gonna
Oh,
have to
dear God.
As of right now,
That's problematic.
the title is referenced as the Yaki Kuri Enjoy. Okay, so yaki is like a general phrase for having something, whether that be teriyaki or yakisoba, etc. And kuri means chestnuts. So, as it is right now, this Tamagotchi is titled, Let's Enjoy Some Really Good Roasted Chestnuts in the Tamagotchi Household. So stupid. So they actually did get the hiragana correct. If you look right here, it does say yarikuri. Yarikuri. That's what it's supposed to be. And in that context, show yarikuri enjoy means let's make a living and enjoy doing it. I just think it's super funny that one single syllable, one single letter difference can completely change the sentence in Japanese. Anyway, as for what the Kakebo actually is, I described it as an accessory earlier because it isn't actually a Tamagotchi in itself. It has a heart-shaped infrared port on the top, like on the Tamagotchi Decas. And when you connect to it with an N-Tama, it has a bank that you can put money into that actually earns interest over time, which I thought was cool. And it also has like a whole bunch of shop things you can get items from. Tamagotchis have a maximum amount of money they can hold. It's not impossible for Tama to like cap out at 9,999 gold. And at that point, it starts to make sense to get something like a Kakebo.
Alright, guys, we gotta get really close. Really freaking. Oh, yeah, Michael! Michael! Yes! Yes! We made it, guys. We made it. Alright, swoopy swoop. Oh!
Commonly known by fans as some species of Tama called Ura Tamagotchi. Ura Tamagotchi have blue outlines and have entirely opposite characteristics to their non-Ura counterparts. Kuchipachi is a lazy Tamagotchi, but Ura Kuchipachi is a lot more lively and also blue. By the way, earlier when I was talking about the K+, I mentioned that they never did different colors for the LCD screens after the Akai version. That's technically not true because the Ura Tama has a bit brighter of a tint to the LCD so that it looks more blue, and one of the major features is that the LCD is blue. But the reason I'm not as satisfied with it is because the black LCDs, like the default ones, they already look kind of blue to me. Like the Ura Tama's blue tint just kind of makes it look like a standard Tamagotchi, but it's running out of batteries. I would be more impressed if they were like, this time the LCD's purple or green.
Michael! Yo, Michael! Let's go, Michael! Oh yeah, wait a minute, guys. Wait a minute. We gotta flip around, guys. We gotta flip around. We gotta flip around.
And you're educating Tamas. You can teach your students language, mathematics, science, and you do so by playing mini games.
Oh yeah!
The interesting thing about the Tamagotchi there's no lose. Yeah! And more students will join your class. But that's your only goal, to max out your numbers. When you neglect it, the numbers go down. But ultimately, I don't think the numbers do anything. Like, you're not reaching towards a finale like you are with any other Tamagotchi, which would be raising the Tama to be old enough so that they can get back to their home planet. But yeah, anyway, the Tamagotchi school is a pretty neat spin-off. I just wish that it had an endgame. In January 2007, they released the Tamagotchi Connection version 4. It mostly carries over features from the N-Tama, such as mail feature, as well as your Tama's ability to go to school or get a job. Now, the V4 is particularly infamous for having lots of glitches. Food not appearing in the food menu. Random letters in your Tamagotchi's name suddenly changing. Or having the unit just randomly shut off sometimes. So that's kind of funny. January 2007, they released the Koisuru Tamagotchi, which is essentially the Tamagotchi for the adult audience. You get 2 Tama units in the box, one being the male unit and the other being the female unit, likely a callback to Osuchi and Mesuchi. The expectation is that the user will connect the 2 units often to build their relationship and to see the funny animations that play out. These animations are the main appeal of the units as opposed to focusing specifically on hair, and because this is aimed more at adults that don't have all the time in the world, I think that was a good move. In March 2007, they released a licensed Tamagotchi called the Oden-kun Tamagotchi. It's a tie-in with a cartoon called The Adventures of Oden-kun. Of course, I'd never heard of this, so I watched some episodes. For those that don't know, Oden is a traditional Japanese food. It's like a hot pot dish with fish cakes and all floating in a delicious dashi. And in this cartoon, the ingredients that would go in an Odin are the characters. It's really just a show about nothing. It's just classic fluffy kid show stuff. They're food, so they sometimes get eaten. Haha. The show is really nothing to write home about, so I don't feel too bad that the Tamagotchi completely overshadows the actual show it's based on. If you search Odin-kun on YouTube, it's just the Tamagotchi. That's all you're gonna get. As for the Tamagotchi itself, it's pretty much exactly the same as the K+, but with different graphics to represent the show. But it does have unique games, which is always a nice addition. In April 2007, they released the Tamagotchi School Fude Club Activities, also known as the Tamafude for short. Basically, it's a home deck Tamagotchi made specifically to be a companion unit for the Tamagotchi School. As the club activities title implies, you manage the students' extracurricular activities, namely soccer, cooking, and gardening. And of course, in classic Deca fashion, it can connect with the Tamagotchi School, and you can send students back and forth between them for maximum education. In July 2007, they released the Tamagotchi Connection version 4.5. It is the same as the Tamagotchi Connection V4, but with different jobs and games. It also includes Uda Tamagotchi from the Uda Tama. That's it. That's the whole thing. As if Tamagotchi Connection's releases weren't incremental enough. They made a V4.5. 4.5 specifically to fix bugs in the V4, but that didn't even work. The V4.5 is still glitchy. In July 2007, they released the Tamagotchi Restaurant, which is one of the most unique Tamagotchi things ever. It's this enormous clamshell toy restaurant with figurines that go on the bottom, and on top is a screen for the game. When you place a figurine on the sensor in the middle, they will cook, and each character makes different kinds of food. I had no idea Tamagotchi ever did a Toys to Life concept, but it fits super well. While cooking, the Tamagotchi will call out the ingredients you need, and you have to press the corresponding food buttons on the bottom. Overall, your job is to keep your supplies up so you can serve customers, earn money, and upgrade your restaurant. It looks so fun. It looks so fun. I want to try it someday. It looks so fun. This feels like the peak in creativity for the Tamagotchi brand, and unfortunately, that's because it is. From this point forward, Tamagotchi starts to become a lot more homogenous. They take less risks. They usually settle into two main groups without indulging in as many spin-offs. In November 2007, they released the Tamagotchi Connection version 5, where you can raise a whole family of Tamagotchi in one unit, hence why it's also referred to as the Familici. The goal is to interact with the Tamagotchi family to increase their bond with each other. You also have a television that you and your Tamas can watch. There's a shopping channel, and a dating channel, and a travel channel. I just thought the idea of Tamagotchi watching television was kind of funny. Aside from some unique games, that's pretty much it. And then in March 2008, they did another incremental update called the Tamagotchi Connection version 5.5 Celebrity. You can raise characters from the Tamagotchi royal family, and they can become a celebrity. There's also more games than the V5. You can tell I'm getting a little burnt out with the Tamagotchi Connection line. I just don't think it's that interesting. I'm sorry. Like, I don't even think the Tamagotchi Connection line is bad. It's just boring in comparison to everything else, so I struggle to find things to say about it. Okay, thankfully, we have another major innovation. So just for reference, it's November 2008, almost a year and a half into the life of the iPhone, and Tamagotchi finally made the leap to color with the Tamagotchi Plus Color. It has a beautiful, properly backlit, high-resolution LCD screen, and that enabled them to do some things that they couldn't do before. There's full-sentence character dialogue for the first time ever. You can completely customize your house, different wallpapers, furniture, you name it. There's so many different locations you can visit, all with gorgeous detail. They also did some licensed versions of the Tamagotchi Plus Color. There was a custom shell version to promote the Japanese band Exile, and an enhanced version to promote the Japanese quiz show called Quiz Hexagon 2. And I just thought that was interesting. Aside from the fact that obviously it's in color, it's a pretty normal Tamagotchi, but it would create a new standard for color Tamagotchi that a lot of future ones are referenced back to. And then, literally a week after the Tamagotchi Plus Color, they returned to monochrome to release the final Tamagotchi Connection version 6 Music Star. I know I threw a little bit of shade towards the Tamagotchi Connection line earlier in this video, but I have to give them credit because they truly did end it off with a bang. They packed this Tamagotchi with features and got the absolute most out of the Music Star theme. You raise your Tamagotchi's talents by playing music games, you get a band together, you go out and play concerts and sell your CDs, and you can even win different awards for your music. You can collect and wear different costumes, which is super cute. It was nice to see them put so much effort in for a send-off to the Tamagotchi Connection line. Like, this one is a fan favorite, and I can totally understand why. It deserves to be. So this begins the era where there are really long gaps of time between releases. A full year after Tamagotchi Connection V6, in November 2009, they released the Tamagotchi ID. So Tamagotchi has gotten a lot of use out of the infrared concept up until now. First they used infrared so Tamas could communicate with each other, and then they used it so Tamas could communicate with a tie-in mobile ID. It could use its infrared to download content from the internet. You'd have to visit a dedicated website using an infrared-capable mobile phone, which would then transfer the data to your Tama. In August 2010, they released the Tamatown Tamago. They returned to black and white for this one, but this is no average black and white Tamagotchi screen. For the first time, it's actually 4-tone grayscale, similar to the original Game Boy. Now that might not seem like a big deal, but it makes a huge difference in the amount of detail the screen can display. It makes it viable for them to have a background that you can easily differentiate from the Tama itself. The downside is that the screen is generally lacking in the contrast department compared to the earlier models. The main gimmick of the Tamago is it has this port on the top that you can slide little figurines onto. The character figurines have exclusive games, and they also unlock an exclusive store item. So essentially, this is paid DLC. See, I have so many new in-box Tamatown figurines that I got for $2 each at a nerd store, and they've been sitting around unopened for the past maybe 5 years that I've had them. Having the option to expand your Tamagotchi's functionality with figurines is pretty cool in theory, but in retrospect, it hurts the longevity of the toy because all of the content isn't self-contained. The Tamago has 2 games on it, and that is it. You're gonna get bored of this thing real quick if you don't start buying the stupid figurines that go with it. In October 2010, they released the Tamagotchi Nano, which is a reimagining of the Tamagotchi Mini from 2005. It's a little bigger than the Mini, but it features a larger screen. Now, they didn't consider this to be as much of the virtual pet experience on its own, but rather as an accessory to the Tamagotchi ID. The reason it's a tie-in with the ID is because the Nano has ID characters in it. It mostly exists for the gimmick of getting to see what the new in-color Tama characters would look like with the classic black and white Tamagotchi presentation. It is very small and egg-shaped, and the screen is recessed very deep into the unit. It has a hyper-simplified gameplay style and is generally less meaty than mainline Tamagotchi. In November,
you're watching a toothbrush play Billie Eilish, but did you know that there's...
In November 2010, they released a Deca ID. It's called the More ID Tamagotchi Home Station Plus. I mean, as usually are, this one's only maybe like twice the size instead of the 4 times the size that Deca usually would be. But it still serves the same purpose that Deca would, of being like a communication hub accessory with the heart-shaped infrared port and everything. But this time, it's for the new generation of color Tamagotchi. Wow! And when you have the home station, you can like make your own downloadable items and send them to your ID. Pretty neat thing. In March 2011, they released the Tamagotchi IDL, which is of course the successor to the ID. And they made some pretty big changes with this one. They introduced Tama Pets, so your Tamagotchi can adopt a pet. They also added a very robust gardening system where you can buy seeds from the in-game store or download custom seeds from the internet and they'll grow into something silly. Also overhauled the accessories your Tamagotchi can wear. Before now, your Tama could only really wear hats, but now they can wear feathers really cute. Like, come on. But there are some issues with it. Firstly, your Tamagotchi must be an adult to wear clothes. So, you know, if your Tama's a baby or a child, no clothes for you. And secondly, they didn't want to put in the effort of animating every single piece of clothing to match your Tamagotchi's body, so they just made one frame of animation for the clothing and heavily stripped down the amount of animations your Tama could do while wearing them. Without clothing, your Tama can do silly animations and funny expressions and close-ups, but with clothing, they're just standing there, always facing forward. Maybe their arms will move sometimes, but that's all you really get. So do your Tamagotchi a favor and don't make them wear clothes, because, yeah, it strips away their personality. In November 2012, they released the Tamagotchi Piece, that's spelled like Tamagotchi P''S. So for English speakers, it's pronounced like peace. So Tamagotchi Piece. Okay, so you know how the Tamago had little figurines that you could slide into the top? The Tamagotchi Piece had a similar thing, but instead of a figurine, they're in the form of little charms that you plug in above the screen. These charms are called Tamagotchi Piece, which is short for Tamagotchi decoration piercings. When you plug one in, they can unlock new characters, items, clothing, etc. The Tamagotchi Piece may not have been a particularly standout Tamagotchi in its original form, but the ingenuity and determination of the hacking community has transformed it into one of the most beloved Tamas even in modern day. The piece was only ever released in Japan, so of course it's all in Japanese, but thanks to the efforts of fans, it can be modded to be fully translated into English. If that's not a perfect example of how dedicated the Tamagotchi fanbase is, I don't know what is. In December 2013, they released the Tamagotchi Friends. Now for this one, they brought back the 4-tone grayscale screen like the one that Tamago has, and also another pretty big change, they got rid of the infrared port and replaced it NFC, or near field communication. For reference, it's the same technology that Amiibo uses, where you touch the thing onto the thing. You know what Amiibo is. With the Tamagotchi Friends, they communicate with each other by bumping back to back, so you can like write a message to your friend and then bump Tamas with them, and then the message shows up on their unit. It's a really cute idea. It also brought back that whole thing the Tamagotchi Connection line had, where you could type a code into a tie-in browser game and play that. It also had an app called Tamagotchi Friends Gotchi Fi, where you can make a little avatar and send it to your Tamagotchi Friends unit, and you can make your little icon that you made appear on clothes and stuff. In September 2014, they released the Tamagotchi 4U. So with the Tamagotchi Friends, they introduced NFC and the ability for two units to communicate with each other by bumping. But NFC has a lot of potential, and they expanded on the idea with the 4U. So when this thing was new, all around Japan, you had little touch spots in public places like restaurants, arcades, and stores and stuff. When you boot your Tamagotchi onto the touch spot, you get exclusive items and such. I mean, I doubt those are accessible anymore because it's been nearly a decade, but that's still really cool. Thankfully, a lot of the NFC functionality stuff has been preserved by fans. They made a third-party app, and you could get the with your modern smartphone. Aside from the NFC tapping feature, the main gimmick of the 4U was its focus on customization. You had different cases, face plates, wrist straps, all that jazz. In May 2015, they released a new version of the Tamagotchi Friends called the Dreamtown Digital Friend. It basically introduces quality of life improvements, like the screen looks a bit better, you know, stuff like that. It also introduces the Dream School, where you can play different games with your Tama. They build certain skills, and then those skills help determine what your Tama will grow into. At this point in time, they were getting a lot of mileage out of these incremental upgrades. So in July 2015, they released the Tamagotchi 4U Plus, which is the same as the 4U, but the shell design is slightly different, and they added some really minor features like 2 new locations your Tama could visit and 2 new games free to play. That'll be $50, please, for your annual Tamagotchi upgrade. Okay, moving on. In July 2016, they released the Tamagotchi Mix. Now the gimmick of this Tama is they introduced the Mix feature, in which you can create a baby Tamagotchi that is a combination of their parents' characteristics, and then as that baby becomes an adult and eventually gets married, they can have their own distinct offspring, making for theoretically infinite potential for physical traits. Implementing genetics into Tamagotchi feels like a really great idea on paper, but unfortunately the Mix concept has its limitations. Oftentimes, certain genetic traits will get stuck, so offspring will randomly keep one trait forever or will end up looking exactly the same as one of their parents. So as cool as the idea is, the implementation wasn't quite rock solid. Strangely, the Mix takes a step backwards in terms of connectivity. I really thought they were going to move forward with the NFC idea, but instead they got rid of NFC entirely in favor of going back to infrared. So the Mix has infrared. The theory here is that infrared can transmit more data faster and more consistently than NFC. So although infrared is an older technology, it's just more practical for Tamas to have. If NFC were the best option, they wouldn't have gotten rid of it. So it's April 2017. This point in Tamagotchi history marks a major turning point for the brand. Remember earlier when I talked about the Tamagotchi Nano? In April 2017, they brought it back to do a licensed promotional Tama that was exclusive to Tokyo Disneyland, which is the Pocket Usatama, which was released alongside the debut of the new Easter mascot of Tokyo Disneyland called Usatama, who is essentially an egg with arms, legs, and bunny ears. Now you would think like, okay, why is this such a huge turning point? You'll understand it a little bit. Anyway, the Usatama, it keeps with the accessory vibe that the Tamagotchi Nano does, so it's a generally low maintenance Tama. In December 2017, they released the Gudetama Tamagotchi, which is another licensed Tamagotchi Nano for the Sanrio character Gudetama. Like I said, we're in the midst of a turning point for the Tamagotchi brand. You're gonna see a lot of licensed Tamagotchi Nanos from this point forward, pretty much all of them being functionally identical, but with the graphics and shell swapped out. As of right now, there are only 3 mainline Tamagotchi releases left for me to talk about, and literally everything else they've released since then are licensed Nanos. So because the licensed Nanos are stupefyingly boring, I'm just gonna burn through all of them lightning round and save the last 3 mainline releases for the grand finale. Okay? Are you ready? In January 2019, they released the Eevee X Tamagotchi. Now, I'm not the biggest Pokemon fan in the world, but I love Eevee and I love all the evolutions. So this felt like it was made exactly for me, and it quickly became the most expensive Tamagotchi I own. In April 2019, they released a follow-up to the Tokyo Disney Easter thing from before, but instead of the egg with leg, it's a chick with bunny ears. In March 2020, they released a Pac-Man licensed Nano. So the obvious path for them to take with this would be for you to raise a little Pac-Man, right? But they did not do that. In fact, you raise a regular Tamagotchi, and Pac-Man is just a completely separate entity that your Tamagotchi hang out with sometimes. I love this one just because the set is so weird, but also because I just love Pac-Man a lot. I love Pac-Man. In June 2020, they did the Evachi, which is a licensed Nano for Neon Genesis Evangelion. Evan Butter and Jelly and Sandwich. October 2020, licensed Nano for Demon Slayer. It's based on an anime. Do I know or care? Nope. Not even a little. December 2020, licensed Nano for Hello Kitty. It's very cute, but it's a similar thing to the Pac-Man Tamagotchi where you don't raise Hello Kitty herself, but rather she's just a friend that your Tama hangs out with sometimes. Another one in December 2020, they released the Jordy X Tamagotchi. It's a Nano that was only ever released in Korea that features a character that is based on an emoji from a Korean-only messaging app called Kakao Talk. Okay, but where's the Sonic the Hedgehog one? There's a Godzilla Tamagotchi, there's one based on like a Japanese reality show, and there's one based on a Korean emoji, but no Sonic the Hedgehog? It's so obvious. You put Sonic and his friends in there, and they can raise Chow. I just think it would be kind of nice is all. February 2021, they released the X-Stellachi. It's a Nano that features a roster of characters. You put Sonic and his friends in there, and they can raise Chow. I just think it would be kind of nice is all. February 2021, they released the X-Stellachi. It's a Nano that features a roster of characters. Video game Fate/Xtella Link. So more anime. June 2021. Nano based on a mobile game called Twisted Wonderland, which was co-developed by the Walt Disney Company, and it features characters from the game in it. September 21, they did the BT-21 Tamagotchi, which features mascot characters for the Korean boy band. What? Just never heard of them. October 2021, they released the Bui Bui Mokarchi, which is a Nano based on a stop-motion anime about a world where vehicles are sentient and also are guinea pigs. So it's a show about guinea pig cars. I have to watch it. You can't just tell me about a show about guinea pig cars and expect me to not watch it. November 2021, they released the R2-D2 Tamagotchi. It features a character called R2-D2 from a 70s anime called Star Wars. I've never heard of that. I'm not gonna watch it. December 2021, they did the Kamen Rider Chi. So there's this goofy Japanese superhero show that started in the 70s and continues to this very day called Kamen Rider. This Tamagotchi was made to promote its 50th anniversary. So here's to another 50, I guess. January 2022, they did the Jujutsuchi based on an anime and manga series called Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen. I love anime. The only thing worse than being an anime fan is being a Kingdom Hearts fan. Oh no, you're not gonna believe what happened in March 2022. Okay, I can't believe this exists and is real. It feels very bizarre to me. But Kingdom Hearts is a crossover between Final Fantasy and Disney, and then that was crossed over again with Tamagotchi. Good lord. Oh my god, just stop, please. April 2022, Jurassic World Tamagotchi. This is a great idea. I don't know why they never indulged the idea of making a dinosaur Tamagotchi until now. And all the sprite work of the dinosaurs is adorable. They made them so cute. June 2022, Toy Story Tamagotchi. They made a Woody and a Buzz one. Now it's so frustrating because these ideas are so weird and fresh that I can't help but love them. Like Toy Story Tamagotchi. That sounds insane. So then I buy it and I play with it. And then I learn for the 100th time that Licensed Nano are the most homogenous, vapid Tamagotchi line ever. You feed them and there are 2 games and that is literally the extent of it. That's why we're doing this lightning round. But I can't deny the appeal of Toy Story Tamagotchi. It's like the equivalent of clickbait. I have to know what it means. August 2022, Dorabuchi. It's a nano based on a free-to-play internet browser card game called Token Ranbu, and the Tama features characters from that. September 2022, Tiny Tan Tamagotchi. It's another Tamagotchi based on the Korean boy band. Oh, Beats.
Then why didn't